The moderator this evening is Jim Galloway of the AJC, and the timekeeper is Pat Quigley. At this time, I would like to let you know who the officers are of this club. The president is Julian Thompson. Vice president is Liz Carter. Secretary, Nikki Summers. Treasurer, Kelly Weeks. And historian and media coordinator, Debbie Welcher. Thank you all for coming. Pens and papers out, listen intently, enjoy. Thank you, Susie, and thank you for doing such a great job with our statement this week. Let's give her a round of applause. At this time, I'd like to ask Pat Quigley if he will come and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Everyone, please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm sorry, I should have asked you to remain standing after the state of prayer. Please bow your head. Heavenly Father, we thank you and we praise you for all that you've done in our lives. We thank you for this beautiful day and for your many blessings. We ask that your blessings would be upon us this evening, that your blessings would be upon this race, and that you would help us and keep us in your care, and let us glorify you in all that we do. And we ask these things in your name. Amen. Julian Thompson, I want to thank you very much on behalf of the New Generation of Public Women for coming here. It means a lot to us, and we're very appreciative. We're a brand new organization, and so this is our second event. We had our first event, aside from our meetings, we had our first event back in January with former Secretary of State Karen Hanley when she came and spoke to us, and we had a great event then, and we hope to have it again tonight. So thank you very much for coming. We really appreciate it. We also want to let you know that tonight's event will be live streaming on conservativenetworkbroadcasting.com, and then will be available on demand after that. We ask that no one do any video recording tonight or audio recording. It's going to be done over here by Laura Johnson, and it is going to, like I said, live stream on CNB. So it is something that you will all be able to access. All of the campaigns will be able to access. So thank you for your assistance with that. I'd like to introduce you to the candidates this evening. I'd like to go alphabetically. Chairman Sue Everhart was elected as the first woman chairman of the Georgia Republican Party in May of 2007. She was re-elected to a second term in May of 2009. Prior to being elected chairman, she was the first vice chairman of the party, as well as the party's second district chairman. Chairman Everhart was named the Georgia Republican Party's Volunteer of the Year in 2000 and received their Pioneer Award in 2005 for her long and continued service to the party. In 2008 and 2011, she was selected as one of Georgia's 100 most influential people. In addition, she was chosen one of 10 women in the United States to be honored as a Woman of Achievement by the RNC. In April of 2010, Campaigns and Elections magazine, journalist Eric Gould identified Chairman Everhart as one of the top 10 Republican Georgia influencers. She currently serves on both the RNC's Rules and Ethics Committee as well as the Committee on Arrangements for the 2012 GOP National Convention. Sue is a former bank vice president. Currently, she serves on the advisory board of the Cobb County Symphony. She is a member of the Cultural Arts Board of Cobb County, where she is the former chairman, and the Kennesaw State University Advisory Board for Political Science Master's Program. She's the past chairman of the Cobb Board of Elections and a former board member of the Cobb County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Please welcome Sue Everhart. The next candidate is Shawn Hanley. Shawn is currently a business development consultant. Last Saturday, he concluded his second term as chairman of the Fulton County Republican Party. From 2009 to 2006, Hanley served as the senior program officer for the International Republican Institute in Iraq. Shawn is the only American to teach these classes at Baghdad University at that time. In November of 2000, he joined President-elect Bush's team and was to serve as special assistant to the Office of the White House Liaison. Subsequently, Hanley served as Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Congressional Relations for the Department of Veterans Affairs. In 1985, Hanley joined the United States Marine Corps and was honorably discharged in 1989. With the onset of the First Gulf War quickly approaching, Hanley voluntarily returned to active duty and was ordered to report to Marine Corps Air Station in Cherry Point, North Carolina. Shawn spent his childhood in what is now the city of Dunwoody and Sandy Springs, Georgia. He is a graduate of the University of Illinois at Chicago and attended college on the GI Bill, earning a degree in political science in 1994. He was appointed by Governor Sonny Perdue to the Veterans Service Board and is a graduate of the Coverdale Leadership Institute. Shawn lives in Fulton County with his wife Tracy and their two children, Allie and Michael. Shawn Hanley. And our final candidate, yes, Tricia Pridemore is a grassroots activist and a successful businesswoman who most recently served as the co-chair of Governor Nathan Deal's inaugural committee. She just finished a stint on the executive board of the Cobb County Republican Party, and I'm sorry, this is very difficult for me to read. I printed the font too small, I apologize. She just finished a stint on the executive board of the Cobb County Republican Party and the technology committee of the Georgia GOP. She previously served as the state director of the 912 Project. Ms. Pridemore has been involved in the Republican Party since she was chairman of the Kennesaw State College Republicans. She and her husband Mike attend the Mount Perrin Church and they are residents of Marietta. Please welcome Tricia Pridemore. And I'd like to introduce you to our distinguished moderator for this evening. Jim Galloway has been with the AJC for more than 30 years. He is a resident of Cobb County, and he is the author of the Political Insider blog and column on the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. And he's going to explain to you the rules of tonight's debate. And also, we'd like to thank Pat Quigley for being our timekeeper. So, please welcome Jim Galloway. Could we have the mic louder, please?
There we go. Thank you, Julianne. And thanks to the North Georgia New Generation Republican Women for hosting this event. Oh, can't hear? There we go. Okay. We do this. I'm going to have to put it on the mustache. Okay. And thank you for all of you who have sent in the dozens and dozens of questions that will be in play here today. We're going to try to get to as many as possible. I will not ask the first question that came to me when I sent out my Twitter asking for questions. That one came from Eric Erickson, and he said, "Why would you want that godforsaken job?" Seriously, let's remember that this is a very difficult undertaking for these candidates and for an unpaid position to boot. So each of these candidates deserves your respect for just putting their names in the hat here. If you see them start to sweat, I'm sure they're not nervous. It is dreadfully hot up here. Thank you, Governor. Let's quickly go over the rules here. We'll have 2-minute openings for each candidate in alphabetical order. Sue Everhart, Shawn, Hanley, and Tricia Pridemore. 30 seconds will be permitted for all answers. Rebuttals of 30 seconds will be permitted at my discretion. Candidates will give me a high sign if they think they've been abused by another candidate's answer. The first 15 minutes, I'll pose questions to all candidates. Next 15 minutes, candidates will pose one question to each of their rivals in reverse alphabetical order, starting with Ms. Pridemore, then Mr. Hanley, then Ms. Everhart. Final 15 minutes, I'll ask very real questions that have been submitted by the audience, 2 to each candidate, more if we can squeeze them in this order: Hanley, Pridemore, and Everhart. Finally, we'll have closing remarks of 2 minutes per candidate. Candidates have drawn straws for the honor of going last. They will speak in this order: Hanley, Pridemore, and Everhart. So, let's start. And candidates, let's start by addressing the elephant in the room, no pun intended. Throughout most of its history, the Georgia Republican Party has elected its chairman in convention by pure balloting. Can you hear?
We haven't had opening remarks.
Pardon? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you're absolutely right. Okay, all right. I'm too excited. I'm ready to get to it. Okay, Sue, 2 minutes.
Good evening, and thank you, Julianne, and your new generation Republican women for hosting this event tonight. I'm Sue Everhart, and I first decided to run for chairman in 2007 when I saw the dwindling of the grassroots. In the 2006 election, mostly paid staff was used and no grassroots any amount hardly of them, and I could just see them kind of backing away. And I knew that they needed a grassroots leader to bring them forward and to continue to build the grassroots army. For over 30 years, I have been working in the trenches and working with grassroots, so I felt with my background that I had what was necessary to lead the grassroots. I know many of you can attest to the line of communication is open, and with that, y'all have my cell phone number through extensive training. Look at what our Army did in 28. We stayed red when the nation went blue, and we delivered more votes for John McCain than any other state in the nation but Texas, and in 2010 we swept Georgia, won more races than any other state. And because of our partnership with grassroots leaders like you, and that we partnered with the Tea Parties, we were able to have great successes in 2010. And I thank the Tea Parties for doing this. And one of the reasons the Georgia Republican Party has been so successful is because we are organized and governed from the bottom up. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I want to thank everybody. Thank you, Julianne. Thank you, Trish and Sue. Listen, next year we all have a common goal. It's very simple. We've got to get rid of Barack Obama. Simple. And you know what? History dictates that we could have some problems. 2004, John Kerry lost Gwinnett County by more than 30 points. Barack Obama loses by 11 in 2008. Votes were not heading in the right direction. The state of Georgia, he lost by 17 points, John Kerry did, and in 2008, Barack Obama loses by less than 5. We've got a lot of work to do. There's some things I did on the local level as a former county chairman that really has taken off even nationally. Our phone system, our IT infrastructure, and even our minority outreach. In 10 years, this will be a permanent blue state if we don't take that issue seriously. We've got to put meat behind it. We've got to put money on the table. We've got to put a real plan to reach out to minorities. Give you a great example. The full-time Republican Party went right into Morehouse College. He's helped them start the College Republican group 3 years ago, which still exists today. There's 7 more historical black colleges and universities. We need a chapter on every single campus. As far as technology goes, we need to do better. If you Google 2008, Barack Obama and technology, there's thousands of articles out there telling you how bad we got beat. It's not just the technology, it's the integrating of the technology with new applications. Technology is not a new computer screen on the desk, it's new applications to how to reach out to voters. We've got a plan how to do it, and I'd love to get y'all's support. Thank